Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Smells like something crawled in here and died overnight. It's Thursday and it's raining again. Highly surprising considering the time of year, but we've got rain, high winds, not as high as before, but still high winds forecast. We've even got some snow forecast for over the weekend, which will be nice. So yeah, wrapped up nice and warm. So I'm on my way through to see Mum and Dad. Shopping again today, but just an ordinary shopping day today. I have absolutely no idea where she wants to go today, so this is going to be this is a bit of a mystery tour for me today, so we could end up anywhere. So while I was having my breakfast this morning, I was reading the comments from last night's vlog where I introduced the sewing machine and my feeble attempts at trying to thread and wind the spool. You guys make me laugh, honestly. The amount of comments where people have put something and then before they've watched the rest of the video and then had to go back and edit the comments because of the fact that I sorted it towards the end. After I filmed that piece, I did actually spend another hour or so winding all the spools for all the coloured cottons that I've got, and they all worked perfectly with just using I used a pokey tool to move the cotton up and down to make sure that it was evenly spread, because it's a bit fiddly trying to get in there with big sausage fingers like I've got. So I used, like I said, a long a pokey tool that I've got. Ian's got some really long coffee stirrers that he purchased, the sort of thing you get in Starbucks or what's the other one, Costa or something like that. The long wooden ones that you could just put underneath it just to even it out top and bottom if you wanted to. So I'll probably end up having one of those in my kit. But yeah, it just made me laugh. So it's obviously not just me that has frustrations with sewing machines, and considering that was the first time in quite some years that I'd used a sewing machine, then I don't think I did too bad. But judging from your comments, you've all got a kind of love-hate relationship with your sewing machine, so I'm glad it's not just me. I forgot to mention the ruins that gives Monk Bretton its name is a priory. So it's the ruins of a priory. So monks, priories. So monks, monastery, and priory, nuns, abbey. What's completely thrown me is the fact that the priory is located on Abbey Road. So whoever named the road, obviously hundreds of years later, didn't know the difference between an abbey and a priory and a monastery. So abbeys are nuns, and monasteries and priories are monks. There we go. So 12th century, founded in 1154, dissolved about 300-400 years later, I believe. So in 15 something or other. Not sure if it had anything to do with Henry VIII. I would have to have a look, because a lot of them were at that point, when obviously Catholicism was banned in the UK and it became the Church of England. Not sure. I'd have to do a little bit more digging, but it sounds about right.
God, that's something the cat's dragged in.
That's the wind. The wind and the rain. You in?
Yes. That's
Water all over my glasses.
got your stick. Yeah. Good hell.
Right, we're ready.
Yeah, thought the weather I'd volunteer to go walking in.
She got collared on the way out.
Well, obviously, I never thought of it. I never even give it a thought when she was trying to put them into carrier
Well,
bags.
you do you? You see people putting stuff into carrier bags and stuff because they've got too many to carry in a basket.
Yeah.
You don't expect them to actually just walk out the store and try and nick them all, do you?
I think she had a trolley there.
No.
She was struggling with a big box. My only sister really, I was the bag rolling very
So you nearly aided and abetted a shoplifter.
No, if I'd have got thingy, if I'd have got spotted, I'd probably got pulled.
You'll have had your collar felt on the way out.
Sorry?
You'll have had your collar felt on the way out.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So what have you got to show me?
Give me a second, I'll just put away some rather bad leaflets.
See some new leaflets you've had printed.
And the rubbish, I'm not happy with them at all.
You're not happy with it? All right, okay.
No, just not dwell on it.
So what have we got?
We've got a Cyberman collector.
Ooh. This is rather apt considering what we've had in the last couple of episodes. Looks rather neat. Wow.
In the dark it looks truly amazing. Doesn't look brilliant in the daylight.
That looks quite good as it is, look. I love these new like Gallifreyan dials.
Yeah, I'm going to start selling those on my website. But with rings on them.
I love the way the blue light comes through these glass cabochons. Brilliant. So what's the thing? What's the machine story? What does it do?
The story is that if any Cybermen around you can't catch them, you can with this machine. Because they're drawn to the blue light. Because they think the doctor's there.
Ooh.
And you trap them in there. And they can't get out because obviously they kept moving. And also the light keeps them in prison.
So it's like a containment field thing.
And the one at the back goes through all the different colours of the spectrum so they can't contact anybody. It keeps them
like a giant
isolated,
signal.
yes.
And I like the new designs around the sides that you've got as well.
Oh yeah, the quite Victorian.
It's really nice. Love it.
And I've also got something else.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember me telling you I was looking for some bulbs that look like flickering lights? Flickering flames.
Yes, let's move on this way. We could do without having a light on because it's...
Well, no,
that's
don't
better.
Right, okay. So,
flickering lights.
Yeah.
Ooh. That looks like a real candle.
It does. Do you want to have a look?
Yes. Ah.
It's LED driven.
Fantastic. But once it's plugged in and turned on, it looks like a flickering candle.
That's what it looks like normally. You can see a little bit of the LED.
Well, actually, the camera's not really picking that up.
Is it not?
No, all it's picking up is the flickering.
When you put the little
It's like
insert in, vellum insert,
it's like a diffuser.
it diffuses the light.
It's lovely.
In the dark, it looks brilliant. So they're going on. We're starting to sell those.
So this is a new product for the website.
Yeah, this and for shows. Yeah.
Marvellous.
9-volt battery, 15 hours.
So that's like a standard
Smoke alarm battery, yeah.
Yeah.
But it will run for 15 hours with that.
Just on the one battery.
Just on the one battery, which is brilliant.
It's not bad at all.
The
Is
ceiling,
it?
you don't get anything on the ceiling, but
No.
but if you're building if you're a maker, which most of my customers are, it's good. Oh, look who's here.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I help you at all? No. Okay.
I'm tired.
Back to where we were.
Yeah, most of my customers are makers, so they can make. Imagine those that way up in a rocket pack.
Yes.
So you'd have it pointing down, you'd have something over it. It looks like the flames are about to light on your rocket pack.
Brilliant.
That's just a little display I've made to put it in. I like to do it properly with a bit of leather, little dial.
Yes, well, you know, attention to detail.
Well, I quite often end up selling the display models.
Quite often.
Well, nearly every time, so I have to make another one.
You were sitting in the sunshine, Mr. B. Yeah. You're sitting in the sunshine. Isn't that nice? You've taken advantage of the tiny little bit of sunshine that we've had today. Eh? Have you? No. Too tired. Poor baby lad, eh? Hee. So, I'm back in the car and it's Saturday afternoon. It's starting to go dark. And the only reason I'm in the car is because I've gone and broken the needle on the sewing machine and there are no spares in. So, I've just had to have a conversation with Dad again to get him to see if he can try and find the spare needles that came with the machine because they weren't in the drawer. And if not, then try and have a look to see if you can find out what size needles I need to buy for the machine. But it looks as though it takes a universal size, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to one of the local stores that theoretically that's what they sell. They should have this kind of thing in stock. So I've got my fingers crossed that they will. And of course, it's suddenly decided to throw it down with rain, and I really mean throw it down. It's horrible. I'm gonna get so wet. One of these days I'll remember to get my umbrella from my own car, or better still, get my car repaired. So that was fairly painless. So talking to a nice lady who worked on the haberdasher kind of section, they sold out of the packs of just the one size, so I've had to get a pack of assortment which include 3 of the right size for the sewing machine. So that's not too bad. But she did say, because I was saying about, you know, it being kind of heavy duty, and she said, well, what are you actually stitching? So I said, well, it's card and paper. So she went, well, you don't really want a needle that's designed to go through fabric, the holes in the weave of fabric. What you want is something that's a little sharper, a little bit more heavy duty. So she's recommending that I use a needle that's designed for jeans because it's got a sharper point and doesn't blunt quite so quickly. So, and seeing as they were fairly inexpensive, that's what I've done. So I've got a pack of 5 needles also for using on jeans, so they might actually work better on the card because they'll pierce through thicker cardstock better. I also got some more colours of cotton as well. Couldn't resist it really. It's a beautiful teal colour and a beautiful peacock colour, so I just had to have it. Again, not expensive, so fairly happy-ish bunny. Hurts today. Must have slept funny, or this cushion's not doing its job on my chair. Anyway, yes, Tuesday, and last night I had a dream. As I sometimes do. I have dreams, and in those dreams I'm doing something, I'm creating something, I'm making something. I wake up the next morning and I write it down, and voila, it comes into fruition. So last night I dreamt that I was creating some perpetual calendars to go into my junk journals. I know, I dream about the strangest of things. Some people dream about faraway places, tropical islands. Some people dream about Matt Bomer or Raquel Welch or whatever. Me, I dream about journal making. What can I say? I'm not right in the head. But anyway, so I dreamt about creating these perpetual calendars. So today, once I'd got showered, dressed, and filled my stomach and head with caffeine, as you can tell, I got to work. So I've created perpetual calendars. So I sat down on the computer and I drew up a load of perpetual mini calendars. So there's the full 2 months, 2 years. It's 2 pages and it covers an entire year, but there are blanks as well. So there's a clean version, but there's also a grungy version. Now this is one that I've just already gone in and actually written all the days and that kind of stuff in, just to see how it fits, whether it works, which it does. So yeah, so there's that version, but I've also done, he says, some tag versions. So there's also a monthly tag perpetual calendar version. But not only that, I did one that also has like a weekly planner kind of thing on it too. So there's quite a few bits to go into the journals, so extra bits of ephemera. Now on those ones, on the tag ones as well, there's the backs. So when they're printed, you actually print them like that, and then you just fold them and then glue them together, which gives them the stability, gives them a bit of extra double thickness. But if you want to use your own tags, or tags that you've already purchased, then I've included on the sheet what I call a white label version. So you can print that, cut it out, and then stick that onto a tag. But of course, if you want to use your own language, or you want to start your week on a Sunday, then there's also a blank version for you to do that too. So it kind of caters for all eventualities. So you've got the standard like mini perpetual calendar ones. You've got one for each month of the year. So this digi-download set is going to have like 14 or 15 pages when it's all finished. So it's going to be a good one. Definitely going to be a good one. So yeah, I've been a busy boy today. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.